is Shoha Salsabiela. My ID number is 20060111141. Today, I will explain about inductive reasoning and deductive reasoning. Logic is the study of correct reasoning, especially regarding making inference. Logic began as a philosophical term and is now used in other disciplines like math and computer science. While the definition sounds simple enough, understanding logic is a little more complex. Use logic explained to help you learn to use logic properly. In conclusion, logic is divided into two, namely inductive reasoning and deductive reasoning. Inductive reasoning is a method of logical thinking in which you use observation combined with experiential information you already know to be true to reach a conclusion. When you are able to look at the specific set of data and from general conclusion based on existing knowledge from past experience, you are using inductive reasoning. For example, if you review the population information of a city for the past 15 years, you may observe that the population has increased at a consistent rate. If you want to predict what the population will be in 5 years, you can use the evidence or information you have to make an estimate. Inductive reasoning process. The first, observation. Second, theory. And the last, induction. For the example, I get tired if I don't drink coffee. Coffee is addictive, so I'm addicted to coffee. The benefit of inductive reasoning. Inductive reasoning gives you the opportunity to work with a wide range of probabilities. The assumption you make from past evidence or a specific set of data are practically limited. However, inductive reasoning presents you with a starting point so you can narrow down your assumption and reach an informed conclusion. Inductive reasoning also allows you to develop multiple solutions to one issue and utilize new methods to evaluate another hypothesis. It allows you to leverage knowledge gathered from past experience to form judgment and make decisions in new situations. Deductive reasoning. Deductive reasoning is the process of drawing a conclusion based on premises that are generally assumed to be true, also called deductive logic. This uses a logical premise to reach a logical conclusion. Deductive reasoning is often referred to as top-down reasoning if something is assumed to be true and another thing related to the first assumption. Then the original truth must also hold true for the second thing. For example, if a car truck is large and a big pipe does not fit into the truck, then you may assume the pipe must also be large. You know this because we were already provided with the information we assume to be true. The truck is large. Based on our deductive reasoning skill, we know if a big does not fit in a already large truck, then I must also be large, so long as the two premises are based on accurate information. The outcome is distinct of calculation if often true. The deductive reasoning work. Deductive stuff use only information assumed to be accurate. It does not include emoticon, feeling, or assumption without evidence because it's difficult to determine the accuracy of this information. The process of deductive reasoning includes the following steps. Step number 1 is initial assumption. Deductive reasoning begins with an assumption. This assumption is usually a generalized statement that if something is true, then it must be true in all cases. The second step, second premise. A second premise is made in relation to the first assumption. If the first statement is true, then the second related statement must also be true. Testing. Next, the deductive assumption is tested in a variety of scenarios. And the last conclusion. Based on the result of the last, the information is determined to be valid or invalid. The benefit of deductive reasoning. Deductive reasoning is a useful method for research conclusion, such as solving a problem or overcoming a challenge. Learning to strengthen this skill set can help you impress employers throughout your job search and improve your performance at work. Thank you for watching my video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.